Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. How are you doing? The Cosmic Reunion Party is fully on. We have a lot of solar activity. So we had another X-flare today after yesterday's, well, now it's the 8-8. So happy Lionsgate officially. And I know it's beyond all of that, but you know, 8-8 and the 808 has been a big code. It's like everything is nothing with a twist. And it truly is. So you need to see everything more symbolic instead of fighting over dates and what means what, and you know, differences in belief systems would be really handy right now. So the cosmic Kryst needs to come out now and laugh at this. This is how you dissolve the madness, the 0-point field. You really need to now, when you feel like you're dissolving into gooiness, or you can't, like, for example, if you've had loads of interference and issues with negative energetic attacks, and believe me, I could write many books about this. It's like, in the end, you don't fight anything anymore. You just dissolve into the nothingness and everythingness with a twist. So it's like you just now, they're just being sucked up. Seriously. You just radiate your God self, take over the dream field. You are imagining all of this. Whatever you imagine is ultimately real. So focus your attention on what you want to experience. If you feel like goo and want to just dissolve, you are the quantum standing wave function dissolving this artificial matrix reality as you let go of your mind, which keeps recreating the realities where we have negative aliens, cabal, whatever. We have projected all of this. You need to remember you are the creator of your reality. Take all of your power back right now. I don't care what story it is, how real it seems, it's still imagination. And you need to keep reminding yourself. Okay? And in the end, you have birthed all of this, and this is how you dissolve it. Iska Aishanati. They're no more victims, they're no more victimizers. This is full debt forgiveness, this is abundance. And you also need to redefine abundance anyway, because a lot of rich people are actually really poor. It's about having a state of balance, peace, happiness that nobody can take away from you in a deep way, as in being happy with yourself and what you're doing and being proud of yourself. Being in integrity with your own self. And for that, yeah, you need to look at the shadow and embrace it, love it up, alchemize it, because it's not all bad. And there is no real right, wrong, good, bad as such, although we do have discernment. I just want to say, on a note on my last video, because it's coming in, I'm not saying that different foods don't have different vibratory rates, okay? But it is all about, ultimately, what we're here for is overriding this whole reality where you no longer see any toxicity anywhere. Whenever you, let's say, tune into, like I have this as well, in Ireland, they have freaking fluoride in the tap water. I don't enjoy that, obviously. It's one of the only countries in Ireland. Water is a huge element. I'm a very watery, elemental person. And yeah, so that grinds my gears. But then I try and alchemize it. And whenever I use tap water in any capacity, like I try not to, you know, go crazy about it, because I've really learned things I used to be really anal about in particular. I've really learned on my journey that it's like, okay, you know, it's like, especially when you flow with the currents of this crazy ascension journey, and I've been thrown into the depths of kind of making it from one moment to the next, whatever you're being offered will be fine, you know, and you're grateful for it. So now what we do is when we interact with any of the elements, especially, this will also be a huge part of the activation tomorrow, the elements, because there's what make life. So now today, so the 8-8 activation, if you still want to take part, thank you so much for those who have signed up, who are supporting me, who believe in this. The avatars coming fully online now, and believe that we're here to, again, it's about remembering, and it doesn't take too many of us, although it would be nice for some more to join us. But you also need to be fully into this and really believe in it and see the value generally of what I offer also. And it being an all-in, this is going to be epic. Last year's 8/8 that I did for free online live was pretty epic. This is going to be, we're going to tune into the Crystal Cathedral network. We're going to ignite the cosmic mind. What I've been shown, I'm going to show this quickly on the 5th. And this is why I also wanted to make another video, and I'm going to keep it short. I tried. Is because I forgot to say something about the 5th. It wasn't just about clearing pineal inductions. Like the 5th was so intense. Like literally, I went to the shops. Not that this last whole week wasn't intense enough, generally speaking. Oh my God. So anyway, because it's just clearing all the shit, all the karmic density right now is lifting. This is why we can now start to feel good when these huge flares go up. And all these activations is now, way. Okay, so this is coming. Love Blitz is here. Claim it. And again, it doesn't matter where you are. Anything, anyway, can shift in any now moment in time, okay? Never hold on to any state whatsoever, any thought, belief system. Flow. The flow state is so important, where you no longer need to control nothing, okay? It's not a problem to make plans, but you need to be very flexible. And always be okay with everything going to shits in any now moment in time, especially physical realities, which are ultimately not real. As in the only real reality there ever is pure consciousness. And everything else is always the imagination and projection, holographic projection of the one consciousness. That's ultimately what we call holographic reality. So all is ultimately a simulation, but again, what we're looking at, there are loads of artificial components to this, which we have been very busy clearing and dissolving, and hallelujah, we're here. But we need to feel it. If I tune into the field now, it's all freaking lit. We're lit. We're ready. But you need to fucking jump right now. So anyone who wants to jump with me tomorrow, details are below in the description box. Please read the description. The time is there in different time zones. The description itself is an activation. Even if it's a bit longer, you do need to, make that effort really. And be all in. So, and also anyone wondering, so the Ko-fi page I use, I really like it. They handle it's just like a kind of website replacement. And there are many reasons why I don't have a website. If people are put off by that, that's one of the things where I was being shown today. It's like, okay, if you don't get this, then it's not aligned, so to say. So it's all good. Anyway, the same as anyone not being able to see the worth of what you're bringing, your services or whatever, because again, I'm here for a teacher of teachers, a leader of leaders, a healer of healers. It's like, and again, it doesn't, and I know some people, like with some of the things I'd say, might have funny projections onto me, or don't believe me. Definitely. Anyway, but that is just because they don't know who they are themselves, and they can't see me for who I am. So it's okay. So the divine feminine has fully cleared her wounds of not being seen, heard, listened to, constantly repeating herself, and nobody, like literally, not nobody, okay, really. Thank you so much for all those who do and are on board and are doing this with me as one, and to remember anitjer, and who can see clearly now. Like our third eye crown are super hyperactive. Heart, the crystals, seeds in our high heart, the spark in our heart, a permanent God seed, Christ seed atom, are being ignited. So those who have already signed up, you might feel this. So again, these activations, like I'm already very busy with this since ever even before I posted the post about announcing this activation. And we will be very busy until the, 3 days after at least. And again, it's outside of linear time. I also have a date for, again, the 13th. We will meet again, especially Ascension Express Container. I'm going to update the details tomorrow. And I'm going to post the details for the call now. I usually, for Ascension Express Container members who have a monthly subscription to basically all of my calls and activations, and the back catalog from last month, when you subscribe, So it's a really, really good value, especially if you sign up now. Anyway, so I post usually the details for the call, so the group call and activations on the day, hours before, instead of way in advance, so people can find it. But I do this after the video. So, and I will update more tomorrow about what's coming up. But again, we're here to complete this in no time whatsoever, quantum time now. You need to keep quantum merging with it happening right now. You're not waiting for any call activation. Again, nothing. No freaking nothing. Now, tomorrow is going to be prime, fully activating the heart center through, going to be connecting with Giza, Sirius, Orion, star systems, all the way back to Andromeda and the Godhead. As all of my activations, you know, Sun, Central Sun, Great Central Sun are very much connected to us keep rebuilding the connection to Source. And ultimately, it's inside of you. But we're going further than most people would be talking about right now. So what I'm proposing and seeing, and have been seeing on the 5th, so that's why I was wanting to come online, 0202, on the 0808, is the following. So this is what we are fully merging, activating, and it's beyond this. So this is the usual, what has been taught so far of the 15-dimensional time matrix, which is basically your cosmic egg or your energy field, your aura, okay, of an angelic human, the core. Now, we're not going to get stuck in symbology as such, but it's good to see just for harmonic universes. And this should actually say harmonic universe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ascension Glossary has started talking about harmonic universe 6. We haven't been built, I think, for the last year or so. What I see is harmonic universe 7 around this, which is the divine organic creatrix field, which combines, unifies all. Now, what I've been seeing on the 5th is basically what happens also during this magnetic peak, which goes beyond the Lionsgate tomorrow. Like I've already seen in May what the electric peak is, that we keep accreting. We're not waiting for anything, but yes, there's an acceleration now of magnetic energies. And what this also means is that, like, kind of what I've been shown is, it's like all of these harmonic universes, because some speak about this window right now, which would usually be, I think, between the 12th and the 15th. After magnetic peak means it's connecting us dimensionally with Tara. So that would be the next harmonic universe of D4, 5, 6, which is just your soul identity. Now, we are, as I'm seeing, as the cosmic monad, fully activating the oversoul identity of all. So we have to kind of base at D7, but ultimately it's us activating God source consciousness. But this is kind of where people end up within as the shift fully completes, if you want to be looking at this. What I'm seeing on the 5th, I have seen, and what we are going to complete with the 808, is us unifying all of these harmonic universes. It's already happening. That's why the 5th was so intense. And then that was finished off with the extra. Is merging all of this. And again, now you have D10 to D15. This is one harmonic universe. And then you would have kind of the pre-matter levels here. But again, it's all kind of moved up a level. So I see the harmonic universe 7, which is here not kind of, you know, which would be around all of this, as the new divine organic creatrix field, which is source, which is combining everything. And what we're really doing is, like, we're going to merge all of these dimension layers and levels as one tomorrow fully. We're going to complete this with the call and activation on the 13th. And if we go that far, I hope we cannot, because I would prefer to do this in person with you all around the campfire on the 18th. royal weddings are on. So it is, because the cosmic divine reunion is on. So let's freaking do this. Okay, you need to believe in this. We need to come together now. We need to make this cosmic reunion, HIEROGAMIC reunion, an actual physical reality. I've already seen signs of us physically just running into one another and coming together. Again, we are taking over the dream field. We're here to fully ignite the cosmic Kryst, which is fully being completed through the divine masculine right now rising. So please, any masculine who's listening, who's halfway interested in the activation, even if you can't be there live, please sign up, so to say. If you feel guided to, like, you know what I mean. It's just like, come on, boys, guys, men. We need you on board, literally. And it's like, okay, one more thing. Because I had a question along those lines, and it affects me too. It's this, the divine masculine, like a false masculine, or who's not in his divine expression, does not commit, he's not present. You know, it's like, I mean, words are great, but actions speak, you know, way louder than words. But you get me. So it's like right now, especially the twin flame collective divine counterparts, and it really affects any relationship we have. Okay, it's like if another person can't pull through for you, like right now it's crunch time. It's like you need to choose your team, you need to choose your people, you need to like step up like all the freaking way and make this real. You have to do stuff. Especially the masculine needs to fully step up now to give the feminine a freaking break. Okay, like if you look at the ascension community, like there's so many women out there, so few men, and I mean beyond the distortions, but generally, okay, just talking about numbers, like we need to just step all the way up, and it's ultimately beyond gender. It's really about, you just fully need to surrender your mind to your heart and just speak from your heart. You don't need any notes, you don't need fucking nothing. It doesn't matter how it looks like, even if it's a little bit crazy or doesn't look great. Forget about the perfection, forget about getting it all perfect and right. You just need to really just live your life from the heart and like not be worried about anyone's judgments, opinions, rejection, ostracized, being by freaking groups or anything, anyone. Okay, we need to fully break through this and just like, that's freedom. Okay, and especially the divine masculine right now, or the twin flames, like the divine feminines, and again, it's beyond gender. And anyway, anyone who can't commit to you at this point, you know, and we keep allowing it, and somebody not being present, physically, especially for the masculine right now, he needs to be physically present. Then it's like, okay, and it's just not like, but because you keep allowing it. We keep allowing it. We keep because we understand, and it's like, blah, and it's all perfect. Okay, it's the both end. But it's, it just can't go on like this. Like we like, because I could see like we're being stuck. It's stuck. It's like if another person can't decide for you, you're freaking stuck because you're kind of waiting for them to decide. But as you enable this, and again, it's all perfect because it's just like energy is working through you. You don't decide when you're kind of done with something fully, or when you know let go. And there are many levels of letting go, and you know ego deaths and all of this. And ultimately, we're at a stage where it's like fully letting go of any and all attachments to people, places, things. Ultimately, you don't care what happens, and you fully surrender to source. What's supposed to happen will happen. What doesn't. But you also need to have boundaries, limits, standards. And the divine feminine can no longer give away breadcrumbs and keeps healing the divine masculine. He loves her energy. He loves her healing, but he's not willing to really give her back what she needs. So this can't continue. So we keep allowing it. Because you understand why not, or we don't. You know, but still it's like, because we love them so much, we keep making excuses for them. Again, this applies to any relationship, but we can't allow it anymore if they can't pull through also. Especially in the physical right now, especially between the divine counterparts and someone not being present, not committing, not being fully devoted to the relationship beyond their own self. This is all about unity, not just the self. So the divine feminine actually needs to pull way more back into the self and self-care and self-love. And the divine masculine needs to pull forth, like, again, who's been more giving and who's been more taking, and keep balancing the scales. And he needs to pull all the way through right now to make this all okay. And we can no longer accept this. And again, it doesn't matter what we say. Okay, we talked about this many times. We're done, blah, blah, blah. I mean, oh my God, I've done it so much, especially one relationship in my past. But it's like, at one point, you're just freaking done. And then maybe too late. You know, but right now, we really need to be done with fucking cycles. And it's more about like what you really feel, what's shifting in your field, in your consciousness. Boundaries are done energetically. And again, it's not even you forcing anything. Like whenever I like, you know, like kind of feel closer to my twin, or then, you know, kind of go through detachment modes or whatever, where, you know, there's just a lot of energetic, as many twin flames know, like this kind of, you know, the same as an ascension, contraction, expansion. Anyway, it's like, it just has to stop now, one way or another, because it's like, you're not free if you're stuck waiting for anything or anyone. So the power always lies with us. And as long as we enable the non-deciding, the non-committed, the non-present, we are, again, enabling it. So as we say no more, but from deep within, we really mean it, which is now, they have to either rise up or step away fully. Because it's not fair. You're not freeing the person. The same as the feminine needs to fully let the masculine go. And just is like, okay, whatever you decide, like the love is unconditional, always. And again, between all people here, this is about all relationships. But it's like, if the person doesn't want to really commit and work with you right now, in a really big way, because it's all about tribes coming back together, that's the cosmic reunion. But in a really free way. The same as I'm trying to create, you know, not trying, they have created my gray line container in a way that we're all free agents, as well as I need you to be all in. It's the both ends. So total commitment and total freedom. Because we really need to pull together now. Like, I'm really exasperated at this freaking point. Almost, you know, just like leaving it at this, because it's like, I'm just, you know, it's like when you're pissed off just with the consciousness and you understand it's like ultimately like, but that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't matter how much you change. You cannot make another person change. So that's what we need to get right. Like, I know I teach a lot about, you know, like as you shift, your reality shifts. Yeah, but one way or another. It doesn't mean you can control, just wish someone else to get better. Believe me, I've tried this so many times. They need to want to heal. They need to want to step up. They need to want to fucking break out of the fucking mind matrix. And ultimately, I'm talking to myself here, and I know this. And when I look back at this, I'm going to be highly freaking activated. Because that's where I speak from, a frequency. Everything you're listening to is an activation. And it burns and busts through all this shitness right now, because all the karmic density is fully fucking lifting, but you need to claim it. So let go of the stories. Everything of this is you, and you're going to reclaim the fucking dream field now. Sa'ainaya. Seriously. Energies are touch intense right now. So show the world the real you. There's only one of you for a freaking reason here. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're imagining all of this. There's only one of us here. What the fuck? I'm really sick of judgments. Everybody just needs to own their shit. And you remember now that you are the dreamer of the dream, and you're going to take mastery, not control, mastery of the dream. And we're going to play together now, nicely. And no more of this bullshit, because the nightmare is over, but you need to really claim it. It's here now. Before I forget, I didn't finish that. So anyone concerned about the Ko-fi page, it's a great page. And all the calls are being administered through that page, but the payments are done by PayPal and Stripe. And I've had great experiences with it so far. There's no issue, and the call itself is with a Zoom call. And when you sign up, you get an email. If you can't find it, look in your spam folder. Any issues, I will send you an email if we have to. But please check all, details if you can read it all, so you're not missing anything. Yeah, and I see you there. Offer the replay, which is basically just as powerful, but yeah, if we can be there live, even better. So all of this is already happening now. This is way, way underway. The Crystal Cathedral Network is the body of God. It's basically different points within the grids that are helping us rebuild and tune into the higher frequencies and anchor them onto the planet. So there's a lot of crystalline activations happening right now within your body. It's your plasma rainbow light body, a multidimensional DNA. It's all fully activating right now. So again, everybody activates what they can. Everybody's going as far as they can within that harmonic universe. Because it's like all these harmonic universes are kind of contained within that one, but it's more like you're picking out the best of Tara, Gaia timelines, and I don't know, whatever anyone else is into. Ultimately, it's all just power belts, imagination. Nothing is as real or as like serious as anyone makes it out to be. That's where you need to get to dissolve the dream, where you no longer have to defend anything. You no longer have to fight, you just dissolve. Because again, whatever you fight, resist, you keep feeding ultimately. And there is a time for this. And if it needs to be, you do. But then right in the end, you just become pure God source consciousness as one, at one, with the ultimate power. And that's where you get to dissolve it all, because you've given birth to all. You've created all. But you fully need to step out of the victimizer game, realities, storylines, and let them fully go right now. All of these foreign timelines, histories, and all of the solar energy is helping us a lot. So this is the perfect reality quantum shifting weather. We have KP, geomagnetic storms, solar storms, massive solar flares. This is it. Let's bring this shit hole down, burn it all the way, crispy up. Seriously, fuck. It's just a projection. Stop taking it so seriously. It's an illusion. It doesn't matter how freaking complicated anyone is trying to make this. If you look at this from God source consciousness, this is like you're fully dissolving everything that ever was and creating something totally new from within the one consciousness that I speak from. One more thing about channeling, what you think I'm doing here. This is ultimately all part of my consciousness 24/7. I don't need to get into any special state to speak like this. I speak like this 24/7. Because it's my source self I've been constantly for many years connecting to through my heart's intent. Also because I just carry this blueprint of reminding us all that that's what we're here for. So I don't need to get into any channeling state, connect to any beings, entities outside of me. It's ultimately, once you're really fully connected to the truth, to the true Godhead, coming from inside your heart, your own intuition. And so you just need to keep clearing your field, and especially now, just let it all go. Of what you think you know, don't know, confused about, and keep asking the questions. As I've shared in my last video, look back on this. It's really simple. You need to let go of the mind fuckery of complete, all this being so complicated. It's not at the highest level. Like the highest universal truths are very simple, but hide great complexity, like the law of one. Inakert. You just need to feel it. You need to go beyond language. 0220. Sukanata. To show the world the real you, there's only one of you for a reason, a unique expression of source. You're a miracle. Remember this. Before anyone ever told you what you are, what you're not, who you should be, what's right, what's wrong, how to behave, not to behave. Okay? So no longer do we seek outside of self for what's already within us. It then gets projected out. Okay? This was all about an expansion of consciousness, no longer living in polarity, but all unified as one, as well as having infinite expressions of source that can live amongst one another across the cosmos in peace, love, harmony, balance. This is a massive, massive undertaking, as well as it's just free. Feel into this, really feel into it. Feel it with your heart. Your heart is fully ignited, cosmic Kryst seed atom, the crystal seeds within our hearts. It's bursting wide open. The crystalline core of earth, returning to supermagnetism of the mother. As the feminine principle truly returns, she's no longer angry, frustrated, defending herself as such, you know. She's just standing in her power. And she knows what she will and will not accept in her reality. And that happens on a very energetic level, ultimately. So it doesn't matter what we say, it's like what we do, won't, and will allow in our reality. And this is mostly done again energetically, because your physical body and what happens on this 3D type reality level is a tiny fraction of your whole multidimensional selves, as you just saw. So the tiny human is like 1 to 3D, as you knew so far. But you're going all the way to 15D and beyond. So we are activating 144 strands of crystalline DNA plus 3 as 1, triple helix DNA, the diamond sun God body on behalf of all. Fully bringing online the new divine organic creatrix field, the cosmic Kryst, fully igniting all the collected divine masculine and feminine codes as one. The Holy Trinity is here, 111. Within the one, the singularity within the oneness. Ascension is here now. It's happening already. Keep quantum merging, okay? Feel it igniting from inside of you. You can't get this wrong. The more you can relax, the better it is. Whatever needs to arise and clear, observe, let it go. And the real truth, as we speak it to one another, is what really sets everyone free. Fully. Now, we're no longer afraid of being abandoned, ostracized, judged, laughed at, rejected, all of this. Okay? When nothing anyone says or does really rocks you and makes you not love yourself as much as you already do now. Fully. Because this is ultimately a moment of full and true self-love that ignites everything. And that's why you also love with all of creation, because there's only one of us here. Okay, so let's remember this. So I finish with one quote. There comes a time when one will have to forget everything one has learned. Ramana Maharshi. That time is now. Because everything you've ever learned is connected with the 3D inverted mind matrix. Let it all go. Like, what is there to lose? Like, there's nothing to hold on to right now. All you have to do is one now moment to the next and just follow your intuition and stop the fear, let it go. Let it just go. Okay? It's fully been cleared, as well as all the density, and the cosmic reunion is here now. So join me for the party. If you want to, if you feel guided to, the details are below in the description box. Okay. And I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you around the campfire in the quantum field, wherever I'll see you. And just remain totally present in the now moment as much as you can. When you're cooking, when you're cleaning, whatever you do, the more you can be just fully present in your body, the more you're helping also your multidimensional integration. Okay, it's not about escaping and doing yoga, meditations, and energy work, especially now. It's bringing it all into the body, bringing it all into the physical reality, the higher multidimensional identities. Okay, your ascended master self, fully embodied for the forerunners now. Usa Aishanata, Tiunakira, but you need to, you know, again, it's like those it resonates with, they do believe it, that it is possible. No more doubts, no more worries, no more insecurities, fears. Again, even if we have them, we keep pushing through them and just know them for what they are. And yeah, so let's do this on behalf of all willing heart minds, because what's coming is massive. All right. So remember what you came here for, who you are, the power you hold right inside of you. A brave heart is what it takes to make it through this. A lot of tenacity, a lot of belief, faith, total surrender to source now, okay? And everything flows from here. You just know what you need to know in every now moment. Just follow your heart, follow your guidance. Let go, like drop the heart to the mind. Keep doing it. Everything that no longer serves you, let it go. All memories, all pictures of reality, and merge with your full multidimensional self. All harmonic universes, all dimensions, all realms, matter and antimatter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's be this, okay? Embody the cosmic Christ right inside of you, ignited for your sacred crystal heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love, honey blessings.